Hey everyone, this is Rochelle and welcome to my multiple passive streams of income channel. I wanted to create a short video about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies because I believe a great opportunity is upon us and there's a lot of misinformation swirling around this opportunity. Before I start, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, and definitely leave a comment. I definitely want to hear from everyone. I encourage all comments, whether they're good or bad, as it allows us to learn and analyze different perspectives. At the end of the video, please like or dislike as well. All engagement is encouraged. Okay, now let's get to it. In this video, I want to briefly describe Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, show you some opportunities that have developed from Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and then show you what I've invested in and what type of returns I'm seeing so far. Before I start, let me state I am no financial expert and I am a newbie myself. This video is my opinion and no one can predict the future price of any cryptocurrency. So make sure you educate yourself about any opportunities you decide to invest in. So what the hell is a Bitcoin? All right. A Bitcoin is digital currency, which means it's computer code. Computer code is basically strings of zeros and ones, and that string of computer code has value attached to it. Value is determined by the people who agree to do the transactions. Now, it's no different than our US dollar. Some people feel that because they can't hold a Bitcoin like a dollar, it's some make-believe, hocus-pocus myth. The dollar bill is a tangible item in that you can touch it and hold it, and a Bitcoin is basically a click on the computer. Well, your dollar bill is a click on the computer too, and it's a accounting entry on a ledger. When you do a bank transaction, so let's say dollars are moving from bank to bank, all this is computer codes. Also, no physical money is actually moving from the bank to the bank or into your bank account. Your bank account is a computer code that gives a value of dollars that you have in it. Yes, you can withdraw the value of that computer code and get dollars, actual tangible pieces of paper to hold, but theoretically, it's all computer code. So Bitcoin is basically the same as a US dollar, right? And I hope that explanation was able to dispel the whole hocus pocus myth. I mean, I've heard people say, I don't understand it, so I can't invest in it. Or they say, crypto, nah, I don't want to get involved. Well, let me just say this. Do you know how a plane flies? Do you know how the internet actually works? Do you even know how a computer works? It's the same for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You don't have to know how it exactly works. All you need to know is that it exists and that it's real and that people are utilizing it to create an exchange of value and something that exists and probably will exist for a little while at least. It's the same as any technology. Let's look at music. There were actual physical records and albums back in the days, 8-tracks, cassettes, and then it moved to CDs and DVDs and then MP3s and downloads. They all exist. Just because the 8-track is no longer produced doesn't mean it didn't exist. It did exist, and it was a technology that allowed music to be recorded and sold to you. There's the value. That was the value of that technology at that time. Bitcoin is a technology now, and it holds value currently. If you don't believe it will exist for a little while at least, here's a fact to ponder. The Bitcoin futures market will start trading on Monday, December 11th, 2017. Wall Street is not going to create a market for anything of no value. The CBO and NASDAQ will be creating markets for Bitcoin in 2018 as well. Again, these are financial powerhouses, and they're not going to create financial instruments for something of no value. If you were on the fence and just not believing anything about Bitcoin, you now have to agree that Bitcoin is real and there is value associated with it. Now let's talk about all the Bitcoin scams you may have read about, okay? These scams are people who scammed people of their Bitcoin. The Bitcoin isn't the scam. The scam is the scam. Let me clarify. Let's take a popular scam that involves US dollars. A person calls you and states you won a sweepstakes in another country and they need you to send money to pay for the taxes on the money you won and to pay the clearing cost in that country. Now, you may not have fell for the scam, but you've heard many people who have. So the person believes the scam, sends the money via Western Union or Green Dot cards, and the person you send the money to disappears, and there is no sweepstakes winnings because it was all a scam. It's the same scenario with Bitcoin. In sweepstakes scams, the dollar isn't the scam. The scam is the scam. So when you hear about people losing Bitcoin or being scammed out of their Bitcoin, it's not the Bitcoin that's a scam. It's the people scamming to get the Bitcoin. If that makes sense to you, then let's move on to how money can be made with Bitcoin and our cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was first, so like anything first, that's the name that people will associate with digital currency. It's like Band-Aids, Q-tips, Pampers. Those are the brand names of those first inventions. So even when other companies make the same product, people refer to the brand name when they talk about the products. When I talk about Bitcoin, I'm referring to the most recognizable name. But understand there are many cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, there's a lot of them. All of these currencies have to be mined. Right now, because of the increased value of Bitcoin, the mining of it, I believe, is an excellent opportunity for anyone who wants to invest. So what exactly is mining? The computer code for Bitcoin is also known as 256 hash, which means 2 to the 256th power. This hash allows for millions of combinations of those zeros and ones, which is how the cryptocurrency transactions are able to create unique strings of numbers for each transaction. Along with the crypto aspect, which is a mathematical sequence that highlights authentication of the transaction, as it can't be reverse engineered to hack it. And if any one digit is changed, it makes that transaction invalid. Whoo, that was a mouthful. And I know I probably lost you. Let me bring you back. Come on in. Come on in. Okay. The way Bitcoin works is when a transaction is created, miners have to validate it. This prevents people from what I call floating checks. I'm quite sure you've heard of people writing checks on money they don't have. Actually, I might be talking to a few of you. Haha. Anyway, they write a check to buy groceries, and then they write another check and deposit it in their bank account to create the illusion in their bank account that they have money. But eventually the checks are going to bounce. And yes, they'll be able to steal a lot of money before the banks and the stores realize they are stealing money. So back to mining Bitcoin. Mining is the work, also known as a proof of work, that has to be done for Bitcoin transactions to be validated. And when they're validated, these transactions are added to a group of independent ledgers that keep track of all the transactions. So think of miners as banks or check cashing places. You pay a fee for them to facilitate your money. Checking account fees, check cashing fees, ATM fees, for instance. In cryptocurrency, there are no banks or governments, for that matter, to issue or facilitate the currency. This is why people have difficulty in justifying it. When it's all said and done, anything of value is real. If I want to give you 3 tomatoes from my garden for a sweater that you knitted, we both agree upon the transaction and its value. Miners are companies or individuals who own computers that can verify cryptocurrency transactions. It's like credit card machines. You use a credit card to make a purchase, which entitles you to swipe the credit card, and the credit card machine provider validates that you have enough limit on your card for the purchase, and also tries to intercept fraud if suspected. For that service, they charge the store fee for your purchase. Miners do the same thing. They validate Bitcoin transactions, and when they are able to verify a transaction, they are paid a Bitcoin commission for their work. The computers the miners utilize are loud, they run very hot, so they have to be housed in cool conditions, and the electricity costs to run these machines are expensive. So here's the opportunity. There are mining companies that allow you to purchase hash power. That's the electricity they need to purchase to run the computers that they do the computations with. And in return, they pay you a small daily amount of your investment. There are many companies out there, and I have heard of scam companies taking people's money. Again, scam is a scam. The Bitcoin is not the scam. I also believe there are legitimate companies out there as well. So hopefully the companies I have invested some money into are truly legit, and I'll explain why I believe they are. There are 2 mining companies that people seem to trust, and that's Genesis Mining and HASHFLARE.io. Right now, Genesis Mining has no Bitcoin mining contracts for sale. They probably will have some in the future, but as of right now, they don't have any available for sale. So the only reputable mining company right now, I believe, is HASHFLARE.io. So let's take a look at my HASHFLARE account for all you tangible people. And what I did is I decided to invest $150, and that allowed me to buy 1 gigahertz of hash power for Bitcoin. I invested the $150, and I'm going to show you the amount I've made in the few days that I've had it. Now, will these amounts blow you away? No. But remember, this is only a $150 investment. What would be the potential if you invested, let's say, $5,000? Let's take a look at my $150 results, and then let's talk about how this could really be a game changer if more money was invested. So as you can see, I invested $150 on December 6th. On December 7th, I made $2.04. On December 8th, I made $1.75. And on December 9th, which is today, I made $1.88. So my 3-day total is $5.67. Now let's look at my HASHFLARE dashboard, which shows 0.00039,684 Bitcoins. Using any Bitcoin calculator, you will see that 0.00039,684 Bitcoins equals $5.62. If we look at the breakdown for the 3 days, you will see it totals $5.67. So why is that calculation 5 cents off? Since the daily revenues are paid out to you in Bitcoin, they will fluctuate as the price of Bitcoin fluctuates. So that 0.00039684 Bitcoins will be worth whatever amount Bitcoin is worth when you use the calculator. So that's the reason why it's slightly different. So now let's say I invested $5,000 on December 6th instead of the 150. So I'm going to divide 5,000 by 150, which is 33.3 times more hash power. Let's take the lowest daily revenue generated so far. That was $1.75 on December 9th. $1.75 times 33.3 equals $58.27 for the day. If you times that by 7 days, that's $407.89 for the week. And if we times 58.27 by 30 days, that would be $1,748.10 for the month. Now, how do those numbers sound? Tell me you couldn't use an extra $1,748.10 a month. Okay, so now let's make sure we look at both sides of the coin. The Bitcoin. The same way Bitcoin can go up is the same way Bitcoin can come crashing down. If I had to sum it up in one sentence, if you believe Bitcoin will be valued higher by the end of 2018, then you believe this investment will make money like I do. Whether this investment pans out or not, I do believe cryptocurrency is the next drastic wealth generator. I'm quite sure most of us can remember saying, if only I bought Microsoft or Apple stocks in their infancy. Well, here's your chance. Cryptocurrency is in its infancy. The same way computers and the internet changed the world, cryptocurrency will do the same to finance and world economies. If you think back to the tech explosion, the economic climate is exactly the same. The economy is strong and you are making an investment in an uptrend. I plan to buy more hash power after the Bitcoin futures markets start, and I will document that hash power purchase when it happens. I apologize for the long explanation at the beginning of the video, but it seems there's so much confusion about cryptocurrencies, and I wanted to try to explain it, hopefully in a way people would understand it better. So again, please comment, share, subscribe, like, dislike. I will add all usable links to the description below for your use. This is Rochelle from Multiple Passive Streams of Income. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you guys later.